Hello and welcome back, my Deaf Seals. It's SJB here, and this is the Ninja Paragon Monkey, the Ascended Shadow. Now, this guy is a 555 ninja, and he costs $600,000 in the game to get him. So let's show you guys kind of how we're going to get this guy and whether or not he's even good. By the way, if you guys have not pressed that like button for me yet, please do that right now. That will be very, very much appreciated. So the easiest way to kind of test out the ninja here, or the Ninja Paragon, is not in sandbox mode, because you cannot get Vengefuls or Paragons in sandbox mode. So to make this happen, the easiest way is with the challenge editor. Just give yourself a bunch of money, start on a pretty late ground, like round 100 or something like that, and we can test this guy out very easily. So sadly, this guy does cost, I think, 1 million experience to unlock, so you do have to play a pretty reasonable amount of this game to get these guys unlocked here. I mean, even I've been playing this game for a long time, and I think my max here, I mean, 2 million on Ice and Glue, like, that's pretty rough here. I'm actually struggling a little bit. So there's no quick and easy answer to get extra experience, so just enjoy this while we can. What you want to do is you want to get all 3 of your towers up to 5th tier here, and then right away you can get the Ascended Shadow. It doesn't matter which one you get here. We want to just test out a level 1 Paragon. Let's do it! So don't forget that the Paragon level here is going to be dependent on how many different buffs you basically give him. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can buff him to get a higher Paragon degree, but you cannot use regular buffs like an Alchemist or an Overclock or a Village or any of that stuff to buff this guy. He doesn't get any of those buffs, so those are completely worthless. The only way you can make him stronger is by getting his Paragon degree up. So, as a level 1 Paragon, let's check him out against this bad balloon right here. Oh my god, look at that power! Look at that! Woo! Oh my god, even at level 1, dude, this guy's freaking ridiculous here. Check out those bombs. It looks like we can still hit DDTs. We can just run right through these guys. For whatever reason, though, we do just kind of kill the balloons, and there's a bunch of ceramics left over right after that. So that's kind of interesting. But as far as this guy's concerned right now, this is wild. This guy is an absolute beast. But what I want to do for you guys is I want to see kind of how he levels up and how powerful he's going to be at different ranks. So we're going to have to show you guys how to level up your Paragon and get some different degrees. Alright guys, it's time. Let's get a kind of higher level Paragon here. We're going to guess like a 33 or so. Oh yeah, there we go. 33 Paragon degree. We're working our way up a little bit. We do have a Vengeful Temple, which is doing some of the damage here, but this guy's going to be doing a brute force majority of it all. Just don't forget that, again, even though it's really, really nice to know that you can't buff these guys, it's important to remember that, because this guy is stuck exactly as strong as he is. We cannot buff him anymore, cannot get any more strength out of this guy. This guy is where he's going to be. But for now, we're just going to play another 20 rounds or so and just kind of see how strong this guy's going to get. So I decided to get rid of the Vengeful Temple for now. I have so much money that if I really need to, I can just buy him again. No problemo. But for now, we're checking out this Ninja Paragon. Degree 33. You can just see the damage when we hit, man. This is wild. We're insta-killing. Blowing up just straight up oh my gods. When our, it looks like we're throwing cards on them, like mystery card kind of things. I think that's like a, if I remember correctly, I'm not huge into anime. I'm not huge into Japanese culture, but I remember something about that being like a Shogun thing or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. You guys can let me know in the comments below, because I know a lot of you guys, oh man, you guys, first of all, love to prove me wrong. You love it. It's like your favorite thing in the entire world. If I say 99.9% of my things right, but 0.1% wrong, you guys will for sure let me know. But in addition to that, you guys are crazy anime watchers, man. It's like 80% of you guys are all weeps out there, right? Though I have been getting into some myself, just a little bit. Not like crazy, but I started watching Attack on Titan. Pretty good so far. A little sad compared to a lot of other animes, but not bad. Anyways, that being said, here we go, guys. The level 33 is just absolutely dominating at this point. 0 issues so far, but I feel like we have to go deeper before we get too late in the game here. So we're going to rebuild our Vengeful Temple and see if we can get something like a 50 or a 60 or something like that. And then we're going to go for a max out on our Ninja Paragon here and see what we can actually do with that guy. So while we're on the subject of talking about Paragons, let's talk about how you level them up and what's actually worth it to level up. The one thing that you should definitely understand about leveling these guys up and getting high-degree Paragons is the fact that it's, I don't want to call it an exponential graph, but the closer you get to the top, the harder it is to level them up. For example, getting the first 20 Paragon levels is actually pretty simple. Getting the next 20 levels is a little bit more difficult. Getting the next 20 levels after that is getting really tough, and then maxing it out to get that last 16 levels in single-player mode really does take every single thing you've got. So, as far as I understand it, you really need 2 things, but a third thing is an option that might be required. The number one thing you need to get is $250,000 worth of towers. So just whatever you're doing, make sure you buy, math it out, 500, 800, 1,200, 2,000, 6,420. All right, multiply that, divide that by $250,000, and you're going to get the number of ninjas that you need to build of that type. So in this case, you probably want to build something like 30 ninjas, 35 ninjas to make sure you get that 250K that you actually need. So that's the number one thing you need. The second thing you need is the number of pops. All right, so the general rule here is to try to get 16 million pops, unless this has changed since the last Paragon update, and I don't think it has. And you want to get 16 million pops total, and in this case, we've got about 7 million pops here, and we spent, about $80,000 or so. And we're going to see what kind of Paragon level we get. Let's do it. And we get a Paragon level of 56. So that's actually pretty high for the amount of stuff that we put into it. That's almost half of what I was saying that you actually needed, if not less than half of what I was saying what you needed, but we already reached level 56. There's really only another 20 levels that we can get in single-player mode. So let's see how good this guy's going to be. We can get rid of our Vengeful Temple again and play this out. So far, whoo, hot diggity dog. This guy is good. Look at those shurikens, man. That is wild. He is really unloading on these guys. Like, unloading on these guys. Completely and unbelievably unloading. This is awesome. I love this. I love this a lot. So let's keep this going. We're going to put it on auto start here and just play a couple rounds with this level 50 guy. We can look at the pop count again. And don't forget, every single round that you go up in free play, these balloons don't just get harder, they get exponentially harder as well. So here we go. Finally, we're running into, I don't call it an issue, but bad balloons are actually getting on the screen here. You can see how much damage we're doing still. Almost hundreds of thousands per second, but or at least tens of thousands per second, but pretty close to about 100,000 per second here, guys. Woo! Diggity dog when he's hitting these guys to his absolute max here. Those big bombs, though, are really where it's at, man. Those do mega damage. Love it. Loving this ninja. But I think the only way that we can do this even better, guys, is we got to try out a max Paragon now, as far as single player is concerned, and see if this guy is going to be good enough. I will eventually go back and do a max level Paragon in co-op, but for now, I just wanted to go and get a nice Ninja Paragon for you guys and show him off and kind of compare the 3 against each other, because I feel like it's important to understand how powerful these guys actually are and whether or not it's even worth it to get these Paragon levels or Paragon degrees up any higher. Alrighty, boys, it's time. So for the first 2, I kind of just wanted to play some rounds and kind of get started in here. For the second 2, though, I kind of wanted to see where we were going to get to, not just the highest round possible, but sort of like compare them actually evenly. So I got to round 148 here. We want to see with the highest level Paragon we can get in single player mode, a level 76 Paragon. Is he going to just absolutely dominate round 150? And how will he compare against popping those bad balloons from the previous rounds? So I decided to put him up here just so we can kind of get a good view from a thumbnail. And yeah, baby. And oh, look at that. Now we got some green shurikens coming out instead of just the gray shurikens coming out. Definitely a little bit cooler looking, I will say that much. I do like the small little changes that we get in every... I don't know if it's every 25 levels or every 33 levels or whatever we get, but I like having these small changes to show you that they actually are more powerful over here. So for this guy, here's a bad balloon. How much better are we going to do? I would say that was significantly better. If I remember correctly, the bad balloons were getting like up here, if not all the way around to over here with the other Paragon. So that's pretty fantastic, man. Heck yeah! So let's play a few more rounds here, just kind of see what this guy's going to do. And then what I want to do is just to finish this off for you guys, I want to show you one last thing that I've been working on, sort of a sneak peek. I'm going to try to do a late game run through using the Paragon Ninja, the Dart Paragon, and the Boomerang Paragon all together combined with some Vengeful Temple action and a few temples in addition to that. So we're going to see if that all can work together here and get me to a pretty high round. because high round gameplay is definitely difficult to do, and it takes a really, really long time. So it's going to be a little while before you guys get that video, but I'm excited for it. Anyways, this guy, freaking rocking it, man. I mean, look at this pop count. Absolutely insane. Is that 7,900,000? It's so hard to see. There's so many things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the millions. Woo! 8,753,000 and blah, blah, blah. Look at the numbers change. That's the fastest I've ever seen this happen in my entire life. It's crazy because normally a lot of these bigger towers, they do like, they don't do crazy fast attacks. They just sort of do attacks in kind of big damagey amounts. This is very consistent. You know, every single shuriken's just shredding through that crap right there. Woo! Love this guy, man. This guy's looking beautiful over here. Ninja Paragon for the win. So again, I don't want to play into the late game here and just see how far I can get, but I did want to show this off for you guys, at least for a little bit, to show you how absolutely powerful this guy is. I think out of all the Paragons, by far, he is the most powerful so far. But it makes sense because he is so much more expensive. So let's hop into my other game and show you guys what I've been working on here. Don't want to show off too much, but I'm going to show it off. So this is a long time in the process, guys. I've got my Boomer Paragon, I've got my Ninja Paragon. I actually have my Ninja Paragon hidden underneath the Vengeful Temple to even save space, which I thought was kind of weird, but I think it's actually going to work out in my favor here. And then I've got my Dart Paragon almost ready to go here. I'm still earning a little bit more pops. I've got about 12 mil so far, and I need about 4 million more. But one thing that I have seen is that I'm actually getting to the point where I'm actually starting to lose the game. So I actually just recently built my Vengeful Temple, and with the Vengeful Temple, I'm actually able to do a pretty good job here. So I'm looking forward to this late game run through to see what we can do. The first thing I'm going to do is build all the Paragons, because you cannot absorb Paragons with your temples, which is quite nice to say the least here, guys. So, again, I didn't want to show you guys everything because I'm going to make this into its own separate video showing off all this entire process right here. But if you guys did end up enjoying this video, don't forget to press that like button for me. And let me know what your thoughts are on the Ninja Paragon. Is he your favorite Paragon right now? Or do you think he's just garbage because he's too expensive? He's just not worth it in a real game right now. Let me know what your thoughts are. And, of course, have a super duper delicious day.